In Judaism, when a girl is 12 or 13, they have a bat mitzvah, which means you declare that you choose Judaism as your religion. At the time, I was still really mad at God. Why would He why would He have my sister have this disease, which is so painful for her, where she has muscle cramps and can't say what is bothering her? Why would she do that to such a beautiful child? So I didn't have my bat mitzvah because of that. But a year later, when Rachel, she actually had her bat mitzvah, and my mom wanted me to be a part of it, and I'm dragging my heels on it. So I ended up writing a Devar Torah, which is commentary on the parsha or chapter of the Bible that week. And that week, the chapter was the Ten Commandments and the promises and that God made to Moses to say to the Israelites, if you do this, you'll get this. And if you don't do this, you'll do that. This will happen. So I made a commentary on that. I don't like to form religion per se, because I think that it uses fear to manipulate people into doing the right thing. But I do believe that there is like something higher than ourselves.
It was an amazing Devar Torah in the sense that she incorporated why bad things happen. And is it that Rachel has Canavan disease because I did something bad in my childhood, or her father did something bad, or even Jessica did something bad? And she was able to tell of an anecdote of this man who had a horse that ran away, and the village came to console him, and he said, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And then a few days later, the horse came back with a herd of wild horses. And so now this farmer has this herd of horses, and the village people came to congratulate him and say, congratulations on such a great thing that happened. And he says, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And then one day his son was riding one of the wild horses and was thrown and broke his leg. And the village people came once again to console him that his son has a broken leg. Once again, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And then the government declared that there was a war, and they came by to collect all able-bodied men to fight in the war. And because the son had a broken leg, he wasn't carted away. And the farmer said, now I know. It was a good thing that my horse ran away. And Jessica went on to explain that although right in front of us is happening, we don't know whether the ultimate plan is going to be a better outcome for why this happened to Rachel. And thinking that Jessica's working in the lab of the people who are working to cure Canavan disease, and that never would have happened. In fact, the lab working on Canavan disease may not have happened. When the doctor started at UMass, he didn't have any plan of working on Canavan disease, but because it's local, I introduced him to Rachel, and he immediately fell in love with her and said, I'm going to devote my first project to curing Canavan disease. So if Rachel wasn't around to prompt him, then that wouldn't have happened. So, this isn't a road I would choose to have been on, but the fact that Rachel's here, and we're just making the best that we can of the situation, and with her Devar Torah, teaching the congregants about, appreciate. You may not appreciate it now, but when the whole picture happens, there is a plan.